Have you ever woken up one morning, looked at your own life, and felt like a stranger inside it? Have you ever worked so hard to become someone that somewhere along the way you completely forgot who you actually were? Do you ever feel like you're performing a version of yourself for your parents, for your friends, for social media, for everyone except the one person who actually matters? You smile when they ask how you're doing. You say, "I'm fine," because it's easier than the truth. And then late at night, when it's just you and the silence, you feel it. That heavy, quiet ache. Like your life is moving forward, but you are not inside it. Because a lot of people are building lives they were told to want, not lives they actually chose. And maybe that's you right now. The strange thing is, the people closest to you probably have no idea. They see your achievements. They see your progress. They see how far you've come. But they don't see the version of you that sits alone and wonders, is this really what I wanted? They don't see the exhaustion behind the discipline, the emptiness behind the productivity, the quiet grief of a person who lost themselves while trying to become someone worthy of love. And after a while, you stop trying to explain it. Not because it stopped hurting, because nobody has the right words to help you carry it. And that's exactly why today we need to talk about the silent pressure of becoming someone. Because this isn't just about ambition or success or growing up. It's about what happens to a person when they spend years chasing a life they were handed instead of one they actually chose. From the moment you were old enough to understand expectations, someone was already drawing a map for your life. Study this, become this, achieve this, make us proud. Don't fall behind. Don't embarrass yourself. And so you learned something early. You learned that love felt conditional, that belonging had to be earned, that who you were wasn't quite enough. Who you could become was. Nobody prepares you for how much of your life you'll spend performing confidence you don't feel, performing certainty you don't have, performing happiness, so that everyone around you stays comfortable. The scary part is, after enough years of this, you stop knowing where the performance ends and where you begin. Slowly, the things you used to love stop feeling like yours. Your hobbies become productivity hacks. Your relationships become networking. Your dreams become goals on a spreadsheet. And without realizing it, you traded your entire inner world for someone else's idea of success. Maybe the real problem isn't that you're failing. Maybe the real problem is that you're succeeding at a life that was never actually yours. So if nobody has said this to you recently, I'm proud of you for still being here. Seriously. Because carrying that kind of invisible weight while still showing up every single day takes more strength than most people will ever understand. You're still waking up, still trying, still searching for something that feels real. And maybe nobody around you sees the battle you're fighting every morning. The one where you have to convince yourself that you're still allowed to want things, that your desires are valid, that you are allowed to exist outside of what's expected of you. That battle is real, even if no one else can see it. So if you're feeling alone right now, I want you to remember something. Millions of people are sitting exactly where you are tonight, feeling exactly what you feel, wondering the exact same questions. You are not broken. You are not behind. You just never gave yourself permission to choose. But here's the thing about reaching that point, where you finally feel the emptiness completely. That moment isn't the end of something. That moment is the beginning. Because nobody is going to walk into your life and hand you back yourself. Not your parents, not your partner, not a therapist, a book, a mentor, or a motivational video. Only you can decide that the performance is over. And strangely, that's the most liberating thing you'll ever realize. The moment you stop waiting for someone to rescue you from your own life is the moment you start actually living it. One day, you'll make a decision so small that nobody else notices. A conversation you choose not to have. A path you quietly walk away from. A morning where you ask yourself, not them, what you actually need today. And that small decision will be the first honest thing you've done for yourself in years. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Not the successful version that everyone expected. The real version. The one who built something slowly and quietly and genuinely. The one who chose presence over performance. The one who finally came home to themselves. Your future self is not waiting for you to be perfect. They're waiting for you to be honest. Identity doesn't change in a single dramatic moment. It changes in the quiet, daily choice to stop abandoning yourself in favor of everyone else's comfort. Maybe this video found you on a night when you needed it most. Maybe something in the last few minutes felt uncomfortably familiar. Maybe for the first time in a long time, something felt true. Years from now, you might look back at this exact moment, this screen, this night, this version of yourself, and you'll realize this was the night the shift started. Not because everything suddenly became easy, not because you had it all figured out, but because you made one quiet, powerful decision. To stop building a life for the version of you that everyone else approves of. To start building a life for the version of you that actually has to live it. That person deserves a chance. You deserve a chance. So before you leave, I want you to do something. In the comments below, write one thing you are choosing for yourself starting today. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Just one honest thing you've been putting off because you've been too busy being what everyone else needs you to be. Write it down, because maybe months from now, you'll scroll back to this comment and realize this was the moment everything quietly shifted. And maybe someone reading your words tonight desperately needed to know they weren't alone in this.